I'm Cooper. Bruce is my father. I've been there for a while now. I bartend, bar back. Kind of do a lot of things behind the scenes, whether it's some advertising, whether it's making sure guys are doing their certain roles that they were assigned to. Just basically the jack of all trades.
So my name's Logan. I typically do a lot of the social media. I bartend there. That's my main role. But like Cooper, him and I kind of share some of the responsibilities, just kind of the day to day small picture stuff. Just getting through the night, getting through the month, getting through the year. So
I'm Bruce. I'm the chief babysitter. I've been in the business for 45 years.
Okay.
Been at the Yellow Rose, doing it at the Yellow Rose for 34. These two have been, number one, they've been with me all their lives. Because Logan's my nephew. Cooper's my son. I've got Logan's brother. I've got my brother's other son. I've got my brother. We have got a lot of family working in this business. Family. You make your customers family. You treat your customers the way you want them to treat you. And you just get a good core base of good people. And then your employees, and just treat everybody with respect. Our bar is literally, you go 5 different places in the bar and you're in 5 different bars. And it's one room. We're not a separated house, but literally it's like geographics. It's like, man, you're over here, it's the desert. Over here, it's a rainforest. It is, you got completely different looks and completely different feels. 5 different ways in one room.
we're also a little bit of a two-sided coin too. So what I think makes us special is if you see any of our social media, I really try to hit on the fact that our demographic is literally everyone. I mean, we play country line dance music all the way to, top 100 hip hop music, through the night. And we have a pretty hardcore switch, at about 12 midnight, 12:15. So we hit a wide demographic of people too. So I think that's what makes us special, is that no matter who you are, you come in and, if you want to have a good time, you can definitely have a good time.
In all ages, 18 to 80. You can be in there with your mother, your father, and your grandparents at the same time, and everybody can enjoy themselves.
It's one of those places where, since I travel quite a bit, I've checked out the clubs in Tampa. I've checked out the ones out in Vegas, Arizona, Seattle. And the big thing I noticed that makes us so unique is, like my father said, it is definitely family. And we are so unique that we can do anything, right? Like we have people come in that have never seen a country bar. They think it's only hip hop. And then they have the conversations. They try our drinks. They realize that it's the same thing before the Rose opened, after the Rose closes. And if we see you out in Kroger's when you're shopping for grocery, it's, hey guys, I can't wait to see you this weekend. There's nothing hidden about it. We are literally the same people before and after. Now, this was a long journey, to say the least. So basically, we know a couple of the clubs around us or other popular venues have been using Patronscan, or they have tried other ID software. And so last year, we also went to the bar and nightclub convention out in Las Vegas, and we kind of had a couple well-informed conversations. And they not only recommended Patronscan, they mentioned a couple other POS systems that could also possibly work together. And after going with you guys, I would say it was the best bet we could have gone. There are some other venues that have gone outside of Patronscan. A couple other, of course, like the ID scanners. And you guys having that mesh network where if somebody gets in trouble over there versus here, we still get to talk to each other. And that's ultimately kind of what led us this way.
It really helped us hold some of our customers accountable. You guys are clearly in the business, so that not everybody's a ray of sunshine. So, and it's nice for us because we do have a really good customer base. We do have those family oriented customers, but then again, like that flip side of the coin, we also have people who just want to come out. We don't have the they come out maybe once in a blue moon, and they come to our establishment, and maybe they're not the those rays of sunshine, like I said. So if they are, one of the issues that we have been able to kind of curb a little bit is again holding people accountable, making sure that if they come in and they do something that's less than savory, we're able to monitor that. Now the next time they come in, we say, hey, it's not a guessing game anymore. Like, we have your ID, we have your picture, we know exactly what you did the last time we were here, and we know exactly what you did down the road. So we're able to communicate that through all of our team.
Prior to that, most bars would take a picture of you in some bad camera, and they would put it on a thumbtack on the board. And I've used these scans before. Probably first one was probably mid 90s, and it had a lot of flaws to it. And then we purchased another system in probably 2008, and we used that probably for about 4 months, and you had to always update the software, and it was a handheld unit, and it didn't give us the aspects that we needed. And when these two brought your system to me, it was just a matter of time and being able to implement it the way to get the best out of it for what we needed.
I kind of want to piggyback off a lot of that too, is like, we all understand, the different events that's happened inside, many of the clubs, whether it's fist fights over $35, whether it's, hey, I didn't put that on my tab, hey, the dress code problems, just anything. And holding people accountable is honestly the best thing, because then they realize this is a business. You're not going to act horrible at a grocery store. You're not going to act horrible, shopping for firearms or anything else. And if we can continue to show that your software has helped us keep that. I've had hundreds of girls come up to me and say, thank you. I want to, pride ourselves on being very safe in the industry. I can't tell you how many clubs that I have known that even have lasted 10 years, let alone, the anomaly that the Yellow Rose is. And the fact that we can now hold those people accountable, the girls are coming up to me and saying, thank you. And it's something I did not truly expect to the degree in which it is happening, but I love it. So that's the greatest testimony I can say.
Yeah. Analytics. But just knowing, so with us being so new to the system, Cooper and I have both looked into the analytics and kind of seen, where our demographics coming from, I really like how it shows, how some people have traveled, how far some people have traveled, based upon their license. That to me is awesome. I like seeing the pool that we have. We're located in West Carrollton, Ohio, which isn't, you're not going to really find that on a must visit map. So, but pulling people in is awesome. So, okay. The analytics and the age ranges, as far as like how the percentages of guy, men to women, all that has kind of helped. It kind of helps us lean in, or helps me at least lean into what I want to, as far as like social media is concerned, and that marketing side. Because like Cooper touched on, if it's an environment too where women feel safe, yeah, it's that's honestly our number one goal, because that is a worry for everyone, feeling unsafe. But yeah, as far as using that as a marketing tool, is the analytics. That's where I've really enjoyed seeing where the numbers are.
And the numbers don't lie.
Right.
I've always said, words talk, numbers scream. And, I truly felt it. I want to say I called into the service department New Year's Eve, and I said, hey, we kind of had a little bit back and forth, because we were unsure that, what that extra couple, dollars would spend would get us for those premium features, until I opened it up and I was like, hey guys, I can't see the live data. I need to see the live data. And with that being said, like, I now have it so I can see it on my phone, Logan can see it on his, and then the DJ. So when we're running line dance lessons, he can get on there and say, wait, we've got 50 more people in here right this second than last weekend, and they're all new people. Maybe I should play some easier songs earlier in the night to keep those people coming back.
The hand don't work unless all the fingers are there. Yeah, and I have been impressed with the system. You know, it all comes down, when it, brass tacks, it comes down to the money, you know, is it worth it? And at this point in time, these two have convinced me, and the numbers come on my phone. If I don't get there till 10 o'clock at night, if I don't make it there, my phone will still say Yellow Rose 801. This is how many people are there. So they've got it hooked to my phone. So I will get the numbers, and then Cooper's he's a stickler, and he will come up to me at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. We're 150 people over what we were last week at this time. Do you know we're 100 people short tonight? I said, well, it's 5 degrees outside with a 40-mile-an-hour wind. I said, I can live with that. You know?
Well, and you know, being in the business for as long as we have been, right? Like, we have obviously gained the skills, the bar ears, the bar eyes, and it's like, you know, I don't feel like we're busy at all. And then you realize, actually, we were slammed. So our eyes do play a little bit more tricks on us, and that's where it's kind of fun. It's like, hey, Dad, I think we're slow tonight. And he goes, are you kidding me? I've been busy as can be.
Yeah. Yeah,
we were very worried.
We don't want them people anyway. We don't want them people anyway.
So we did, in the very beginning, we did have a couple of people who have been coming in there for years. We did have a couple people, and when I say a couple, I mean maybe 2 or 3, who were against, you know, scanning their ID. Now, those people, you know, of course, it did, as a customer service industry, you know, you never want to lose a customer for any reason like that. But at the same time, for every, you know, we did have people who maybe after midnight, they don't want to give us their ID for whatever reason. And you know what? Those are the type of people, hey, we don't really need you. We don't really need you in here if you're not willing to give us the bare minimum. So,
well, there is an age-old saying, you know, I can't remember if it was my father who said it, but it was, every time a fight happens, you lose $500 like that.
Yeah,
and if the fight goes on more than 5 minutes, it's your night goodbye. Yeah. And so by losing 1 or 2 people, maybe 10 throughout the entire night, if that saves you from having to do that big crazy fight because someone wasn't in position or whatever, honestly, it's worth it. And the people who were skeptical of it in the beginning, at least with me, when I was telling you about those 18-year-old girls that were like, they have seen the massive difference. They've seen kind of the culture shift. They have seen the product work. And now it's, oh, hey, here's my ID. Let me smile real quick. Let me, you know, get super excited. Yeah. And then it's off to the races.
Yeah.
The thing I would do is just say, tell me why you think you would need it. You know, because I can always put you on a cool product. If you buy it and you waste your money, I mean, great, then you're never going to listen to me again. But like you had the conversation with us, you know, when we were all sitting around Logan's Real Work, he was like, hey, let's call Michael up. Let's get some more information about the scanner right before Halloween. And you're like, well, tell me why you think you need it. And that right there is it perfectly. You know, if you have some issues, if you want to tighten the ship up a little bit and see things run slightly more smooth and just have some more data, that's the answer. Okay. And, you know, as soon as somebody brings that up, listen, we have it. We're a very popular place. You know, we're a very large venue. A couple other places have it. So if you have a problem with a guy on Friday night, we don't want to deal with them on Saturday. So why don't we help each other out? And that, of course, is the whole selling point.
Yeah, I definitely agree. If I were to talk to somebody about it, I would basically harp on the safety side of it. For you know, take the analytics, take all the fun stuff out of it. I mean, just the general safety side of things that you know, safety and community, like, you know, like Cooper was saying, we're you know, if another bar is using it, we're using it. We have a gentleman's club next to us, and then another bar. There's actually a couple bars around us, but us and the gentleman's club are probably the most popular venues in that area. You know, and we have a good relationship with them, a good personal relationship with them, but now we have that digital relationship with them to where, you know, we get a lot of the same clientele, you know, and now they can flag somebody in their system. That way that person doesn't just immediately walk over to our venue and cause problems and vice versa. So my biggest thing to pitch to a business that's looking into getting it is say, hey, you want the safest venue possible. We want the safest venue possible. We don't have to be friends, but at least we can work together on this and have a safe venue for, like we said, we have 18-year-old girls coming out to celebrate birthdays. We have 40-year-old men coming out to celebrate birthdays. We have, I mean, from anywhere from 18 to 80. We're all we're all involved. They're all in the same venue, and we want to make that venue safe.
And myself, I'm not going to say I'm skeptical, but these two bring something to me, and they bring many products and stuff to me. And for me to go changing in my ways due to the fact that I've been doing it for so long, I see what works and I see what doesn't work, and I have to listen to people want to give me ideas that I already know don't work. So when they bring me a product, and I was present when they were talking to you about let's getting this thing done that night. And I said, listen, guys, I will give them a chance. Okay, you guys, I trust you too when you tell me, that the product is going to work, but the proof is in the pudding. Okay. Now, if I take a big bite of your product and it's got a bad taste in my mouth, then your product's not. But I wouldn't be on this conversation with you if I didn't believe in your product.